Good and new, welcome back to New Hampshire Vintage. My name is Wyatt, and we are back with the Phazer. We got some upgrades, I would probably say. Some people might not think so, but yeah, let's just get to work. We're supposed to get some snow at the end of the week. As you can see right now, we already have some snow, but unfortunately, at the time of recording, we just had that big rainstorm and pretty much took all of it away. So might get 3 to 6 inches at the end of the week, and be a perfect time to try out this Phazer after we're done doing some stuff to it. So let's show you guys what we have planned. So just a quick recap, those of you who don't know, this is my 1992 Yamaha Phazer, and she's beat. The previous owner went through the whole motor, all new seals, everything. She has about 140 to 150, I believe, if I remember right, PSI per cylinder. So she's strong and healthy. And if you see here, she does have electric start. She runs awesome. So I actually did have this up for sale. I didn't think I'd get to it. This was last year. Not a lot of takers. A lot of guys are scared about the oil delete, which I don't blame them. It's kind of a pain. You have to pre-mix this one. A lot of guys with these sleds, instead of fixing the oil pump, or I guess they just don't trust it, so they delete them. And it's kind of a shame, makes it a little bit more of a pain, especially if you're taking this thing for a nice long ride, but it is what it is. I got a really good deal on this thing. Seat's immaculate, everything like that, so that's good news. It already has bar risers, which is awesome because they're a pain to do. We're going to be deleting on this. We'll talk about the first thing. A lot of guys like the fairing, and it is coming back around, but I'm gonna go the normal Phazer Bro and just put a pod. I just don't care for it. The windshield's completely hazed over, and I'm just not a fan. I think these sleds just look good with just the wedge. We'll get to skis, the track. So this is the ST model. It was factory long track as a 136, and the track on this one, yeah, she's pretty chooched. There is pretty much nothing left. This thing is basically a drag sled at this point, an asphalt drag sled. The skid's in really good shape. We're going to take a look at all these bearings and everything like that. It looks to be that these bogies are missing the rubber, so we're going to have to look into that. The shocks, we'll see how those are. These look to be all right. So a lot of guys do a like a 144. They find like a 136 skid off of like usually they find like an old Ski-Doo. Was it like the S? I'll correct it. It's something SR33 or SP. I could be completely wrong, but you guys that work on Phazers know that's kind of a nice typical swap. I'm keeping the skid. This thing's not, we don't get a ton of snow up here in New Hampshire. We get a foot at max. It's about a foot for a day or two. It squishes down, and then we get another like 2 inches on top of that and on top of that. So we're not going through 3 feet of powder. I want this just to be a fun trail, and if we go through a field, we can go through a field and have a little bit of carving fun. So that's what we're doing, is a nice on and off. So I'm gonna keep that skid. So the track. This is what we're throwing on it. It's out of a 2018 Assault, and it has very low miles on it. I think the guy said 600 or something like that, or 700 miles on it. He ended up going a different route. This is a 136 15 2.52 pitch, which is exactly what that needs, and it is a 1.35 inch lug, which I think, in doing some research, will be fine. I think if you go any more than 1.5 inches, you need to do different drivers to clear it, or do some different clearing issue problem fixes, whatever. But I think this will be just fine, and yeah, I think it'll work great. Also, skis. So we're gonna get rid of these. There's nothing wrong with them. They're good skis, a lot of guys keep them. But I picked up last year a cheap set of CMA Pro on and off trail, kind of like a, you know, best of both world type ski. And it's in great shape. I got a killer deal on this. Really good carbide left. So we're gonna just toss those bad boys on there, because why not? And I'm thinking as well, if we do have time, I'm still unsure because I do kind of like the all black. I want to repaint this. This thing's pretty chipped up. It's not bad, but like you can see here, paint's flaking off the towers. Pretty gnarly gash there. We're going to ignore that. And yeah, she's just overall dirty. So there we go. That's pretty much the whole gist of this video. Enough yapping. Let's start getting to work here. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I work on just old junky sleds, and either get them running or mod them. And this one is no exception. It's a junky old sled that we are gonna mod. So first things first is probably getting the skid out so we can get a look at that and get that track hole deal situated. Very nice. So a few of you that watch the channel, I got a lift table. Yeah, finally. It was kind of a Christmas gift to myself, and I got this at New Hampshire Pro Equipment in Bow, New Hampshire, and awesome people down there. Literally, the buying was in and out. There was no bull crap. There was nothing, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. Quick to assemble, everything like that. It was $1,700, and it came with the motorcycle chalk, the side extensions, and a rear ramp, which is over there. I just use it for the table alone, just for sled reasons. I haven't set up the motorcycle front or anything like that. This isn't a sponsorship video or anything like that. I'm just so far very pleased with it. I'll do an update in about a year or so, see how well it's holding up, but it has done everything I needed it to do, and this is the 4th or 5th sled that I've had on this thing. So big shout out to them, and go down and take a look at them. They come in red and black, which I originally wanted, but they were out of stock at the time, and orange and black. So we got the orange and black model. So now that we got the rear end lifted up, we have 1, 2, and looks like 3, 4. There's a, I'll turn on the light for you guys. There's a top piece holding the track up as well. And we are definitely going to check all these bearings. I know these bogey wheels are definitely missing the rubber, so we're going to have to try to find another set. It sucks because I just got rid of another Phazer skid. Come on, give it back. I'm gonna leave that one in real quick and get the other side. I accidentally took the bolts all the way out, which I should have kept a little bit of threads in just in case if this was a problem. You go to take one side out, comes out perfectly fine. You go to take the other side out, and the whole shaft starts spinning. So a way to solve that is, which what I'm going to have to do, is tighten this bolt back up, see if that one loosens up, and then you can loosen up that one as well. I've learned that kind of helps with the older bogey wheel style vintage sleds as well, and we're just going to try that right now. So I'm sorry, my camera for some reason didn't record. So that worked. You just tighten up both bolts again if one side is not coming out and it's just spinning the shaft. Retighten the other one that was loose and then undo this one and it should pop right out, which this one did. I really wish that was recording. So anyways, we did that. We took this upper shaft out, which was right here, and I showed you guys this too, but for some reason it didn't record. This wheel, it's spinning. I wouldn't say the bearing is great, but it's definitely like rideable. This one completely seized up. Got a little bit of turn on it, but nothing crazy. So that needs to be replaced. We're just going to replace both of them anyways. We're going to be into it. So I just dropped this down. I just loosened this track up a little bit. You can undo these two rear bolts here and just give it a couple kicks, or hit it with like a rubber mallet, and those should slide in and give you a little bit more wiggle room here. So now let's undo the fronts, which I already got this one loose, but I learned my mistake and kept it in. And let's see if we can get the other side. Missing one little bolt. Where'd that one go? There you are. Okay, this skid should be fully... Yeah, it's loose. So now we gotta try to fish it out. Let's put you guys up. A better look here. Shot, 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 shot. That one's bad. Shot. That bearing's good, but it's the wheel shot. 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 Wow, they're all shot. Probably replace shocks too. They're probably shot as well. Everything's shot. Okay. Great. I'm mad because I had the same skid. I just sold it because I didn't think I would need anything out of it, not thinking that all these would be shot. Maybe they're, to make me feel better, that some of them were probably shot on that skid too. That wasn't like the greatest skid in the world. But we got some ordering to do. I gotta figure out where to get these. I might have a beer about this real fast. All right, we'll keep going with the track here. Let's look underneath. It's actually in good shape. This track ain't though. I know these things, brand new, didn't have a ton of lug height to them anyways, but yeah. All right. Now we can lower this baby down. About there. Unplug it. Plug it out of the way. And then start working on getting this whole track out. It already dropped for me. So we need to get this airbox out, or fan intake, or whatever, and we got to get this awesome pipe out. Looks like we got a little bit of a oil drip underneath there. Coming out from, well, we'll get the exhaust off here. Let's see. Okay, I just ordered off Amazon 10 bearings for the idler wheels, and then 3 bearings for the 3 large rear axle wheels. If you are working on one of these, I did look up. The bearing numbers is 600 for RS for the standard bogie wheels, and then the rear axle ones are 620 for RS. So just take a photo of that or write that down. You can just type this right up on Amazon, that pops right up. And yeah, so we're gonna wait for those to come in. I don't know how long that'll be. It's close to around Christmas time, so everything's backed up. In the meantime, we also need to find 2 bogie wheels, because those 2 center ones are missing the rubber, and obviously that's no good. And I'm kicking myself because I had another skid that had plenty of bogie wheels I can take and put new bearings in, and I'm gonna keep mentioning that because I'm just mad at myself. So I'm gonna have to try to find two bogie wheels, or have to order 2 new ones, which I'm actually pretty mad about it. So we're gonna get to continue on getting this track out while we're waiting. We'll get that track out, get the new one in place, and then we can focus on skis and the fairing, and then we can get back to the skid. So, wow, I actually got a guess at that, and I got the right one the first time. So we got to loosen up these bolts here. There's 2 here, 1 there, should be 1 there, that one's missing, and that'd be, I think that might be it. And this fan shroud comes off, and then we can get to the pipe. You can see I'm wearing a Power Mod shirt. I hope Louis make some more videos at some point. He's kind of been on hiatus for a few years, and he's been a big inspiration to me on working on old sleds, and his personality is great. I actually had the privilege to have dinner with him one night in Toronto when I worked for Bite Harder, and he is just like He is just like how he is on camera. Same personality, everything. He isn't hiding nothing. So that's how I got this sweatshirt. So Louis, if you're watching, how we doing? And yeah, get some more videos out there. Us fans miss you. Yep, that was actually really easy. I try to put bolts back in their spots. Just makes my life easier.
So I don't know why, but my audio cut out. What I'm just showing you guys is the exhaust and how it's actually cobbled together, and it looks like it's like a motorcycle muffler on the back there that they plugged in the back and then kicked it out the side. So that was pretty interesting. So I just wanted to show you guys that.
All right, we're gonna see if we can get this clutch bolt out. We do not have an impact socket big enough, so we're just gonna, oh yeah. Beautiful. Now that we got the secondary out of the way, we can get to this guy down here, which I have no idea what's going on. Maybe it's all held together by just the cup, or is there something in here? I've never dealt with this before. Let's see if we can loosen this guy up. I'm gonna have to use a little bit of an extension here. Very nice. You guys still with me? Good. Bearing might need to be replaced too. We'll take a look at that as we get closer on. And this guy with the rest of them. Okay, now time for the messy part. All right, time to get a little dirty. I just took all the bolts out, and now we're gonna take a putty knife and just see if we can split this chain case. I have a pan underneath. Ideally, probably you want to like either tip the sled on the side or like try to pump it out somehow, but we're already into it, so we're gonna see how messy we get here. Yeah, let's just get after it. Watch there be no fluid in this. Oh no, there it is. Oh yeah. You guys still recording? Okay, good. All right, we are cleaned up. Just got a paper towel picking up any of the residual. So now we need to get that top pin out. We need to get that lower bolt out. Chain looks actually pretty decent. Same with the gears. Everything looks to be in place. All right, I'm gonna first do the pin, that, and then we'll relieve the tension after we loosen these two up. I wish I should be doing this 2 people. Oily. Cotter pin's going to give me the most trouble. There we go.
I hope you're ready for Saturday. 14 inches of snow they're predicting.
Here?
Here.
Really?
So the little storm is coming in Wednesday, Thursday.
All right, sorry, we got interrupted. Allegedly, we might be getting a foot of snow this weekend. That'd be nice. I don't think this thing's gonna be ready for it, but it'll be ready for after. So, now what? Get these. We're gonna have to loosen up this tensioner, and then we'll get these gears off. So let's grab a wrench. Okay, be right back. Okay. Roof done. I think we'll replace this guy too. Yeah, I think we're going to replace this guy as well. He's a little chooched. So now, I think we just, see if we can pull this back. I have to lift the front of the back of the sled up again. See. Just try to findangle this thing. Should slip right out. Why do you get 2 hands? Woo! See you later. Out with the old and in with the new. Man, this is going to change the whole look of this sled. The track. I haven't obviously put the cogs in yet. There's a little arrow, see it right there, pointing that way. So rotation is correct. So we're just gonna let this sit for now. We have a few things we have on order before I put everything back in. We're gonna need to replace this bearing here. This thing's chooched. If I'm feeling froggy enough while I'm in here, I should replace this bearing as well. I might attempt to see if I can get it out without taking the whole jack shaft out, because I really don't want to feel like taking the whole brake apart. I mean, it does spin fine. The brake's just a little caught up, but it should be replaced. It's a little crusty. I also scraped off the gasket. I'm going to see if they have another gasket I can order. If not, we'll RTV it. But with these little passages, it'd be nice just to stick one on. That might be a lot better. And yeah, that's about it. So let's lower this back end and let's put some skis on. Change it up a little bit. Kind of give ourselves a little bit of a break with chain cases and whatnot.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll
I might do it. So, a little nervous about this one because this bolt's just a giant Allen. Never mind, not that nervous. I actually went a lot quicker than I thought. We are not reusing these bolts, so. Wow. So these skis get you in here instead of having you over there. We got the pad here. Allegedly works with these pogos. These skis come with new bushings, so I might take these old ones. There's really nothing terrible with them, but since I have new ones, might as well punch those out, right? Anything. Yeah, that'll work. Like I said, nothing wrong with these. They would have worked just fine, but the kit came with a new set. So we are going to throw new ones right in. that. So a little tappy tappy. So if you know anything about replacing skis, you'll know that it's a giant pain. Bushing. Watch your fingers. Close. Oh, we're close. You know what we need to do? We need to do a little modification. We're hitting the top of the ski there. So, see on this one. So that's probably what's hanging us up too. I'll be right back. Let me take this off and make a little notch here and see if that helps, or I'm just gonna ruin the ski. That's a lot better. I had to do a little bit of modifications. We'll see how it works. I had to chip down this front lip a smidge and get it so the pogo actually fits. I don't think these skis are designed really for pogos. I mean, it's a pogo kit that came with it, which like the rubber mat and everything that sits on. But yeah, it seems like it fits pretty good. We'll see. Some of you guys might be yelling at me, but it is what it is. If they don't end up working or something's kind of screwy, I'll just go back to the old ones. But we're gonna try it out and see. So I'm gonna get the other one on, and then yeah, we can focus on the fairing because we're still gonna be waiting for parts. I think she looks pretty good. I have it at a what I think is going to be kind of a ride height. It might be up a little bit higher. I'm just kind of guessing, but that's pretty good. I wish they were black, blend in a little better with the rest, but for a super cheap set of C&A Pros, I can't really complain. They were used, they weren't brand new. But I had to do some little bit of modification to the ski. I had to chip away at this ridge here. There's a ridge that went up almost to the top, but the pogo spindle here was hitting the ridge, so it wasn't allowing the ski to go on. So I chipped this down, and now they fit really good, and they have maneuverability going up. That ridge, what I'm talking about, is like this guy here, which I'm hoping doesn't affect the structural of the ski too much. There's still quite a bit of material underneath that really holds it together, but I mean, I don't know, we'll see. If something's going on, it's a little squirrely, or something feels off when we do a test ride, I could always throw stock skis back on. It's really not a big deal, but I do like these. I think they'll be definitely an upgrade for sure. I mean, they feel rugged. There's no playing them. So we'll see. So I have to call it for tonight. I have a close friend of mine. It's his daughter's birthday today. So we're going out to eat for that. So I can't miss that. So probably tomorrow afternoon, I'll get back to this. And we're going to work on the fairing. We're going to take that off and see what's going on underneath there. Put the chintzy aftermarket light that probably will do nothing on it, and see how that looks since we're waiting for more parts. Got bearings coming in. I had to call the dealer for the axle shaft bearing. This guy right here. It's not terrible, like it's still movable, but it'd just be nice to replace anyways. They said it might be a week for that to come in. So if that's the case and my other bearings are in a couple days, I might throw that one back in for now. And when the new one comes in, it takes 2 seconds. I just got to take the clutch and then just take that off, and I could just slap the new bearing back in real fast. So it's not really the end of the world. Those are junk. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So I'll see you guys just a little bit. What's quick for you is a day and a half for me. Good afternoon. It's the next day. Let's focus on the fairing. Let's see what this thing looks like with this thing off of there. And we're gonna have to build a little bracket to put the little chintzy light bar that's probably gonna still do nothing, and see how it looks. So let's get started. So we got a bunch of this wiring here that we're going to clean up a little bit. A bunch of electrical tape and just, you know, ends going nowhere. So, and zip ties haven't been cut. So we're going to get rid of all this and kind of freshen all this up. And then there's 4 bolts here, and we're going to get this plate off because this plate holds the fairing. We could just take the fairing off here and then cut this plate over, but I want to save this so just ever in the future, if we decide we're done being bros and want to put the fairing back on, then we could do that. And I'd rather just build a new plate that also kind of bends a little bit flat, because this is sticking straight up. Make it flat so the light can be more semi-flat. So looks like we just need a Allen wrench. And I don't know what's underneath there. It feels like a square nut, but we'll see what's going on with that. Maybe that's built into the bracket and we don't have to mess with that. And then, yeah, get this guy off. Allen bolts are pretty clean looking because there's no like hex or anything, but they are a pain to get off. Oh yeah, She's looking like everybody else's on YouTube. Slowly but surely. So, there's already a spot up here I could put a light, but I don't really think it would look good way up at the top. I'll put the light bar up there, but I still think I just quickly secure this on to see what it would look like. I still think if we make a little bracket that sticks out but bends this way, and then we can put the light right here, but we'll take a look. But, yep, she's turning into a mod sled. All right, top, or if we built something for the bottom. Back to the top. Top would be easier. Let's. All right, we're top. I think the bottom looks better. It's kind of more low profile. What do you guys think? I know cutting with a torch isn't really ideal, especially with aluminum, because it turns into melty goo, but this will be good enough. We can clean it up with the bench grinder and everything like that. So let's get to that, see what it turns out to look like. All right, this is my little piece. It's not perfect. I got to drill out the holes, and then we're just gonna bend this tab just down just a smidge after, and should be good enough. I might just paint it black after real fast so it just kind of blends in, and yeah, once it's on the sled with the light on it, you won't even notice. I'm not really a fabrication guy. I'm learning, but for this freaking thing, all we need to do is hold the light. So, all right, let's drill this thing and get her bent up, and we'll get the light on and see how it looks. All right, guys, got the final product here. See, it has a slight bend. I decided to paint it black, and now what we're gonna do is we'll just get it mounted on the sled, see how it looks, and yeah, see what's gonna happen next. So let's put it on. She's really starting to look like a bro sled now. Oh man, some of you are probably like, you're ruining it. Ah, well, the sled was already kind of put together to become a mod sled, so we're just finishing the job. We're gonna have to end it for this episode. I don't have any more parts, so we gotta wait for bearings to come in. I gotta wait for a Chaincase gasket to come in, and 2 idler wheels. I can't hook up the electrical because I need to start the sled too to make sure that everything is hooked up right, and I don't have a pipe on it or anything like that, so I really don't want to do that yet. So I also picked up a rectifier. If you don't know that, if you don't know what that is, when you connect an LED to certain sleds that run off of like the engine to keep power going, this one granted does have a battery, so I might not need it, but usually you have those, you know, when you start a sled up with a normal halogen bulb, when you rev it up, it gets brighter. Well, LEDs, they flicker really fast when they don't have enough power, and that can kill them, as well as it's just not a good look. So a rectifier fixes that. So we're gonna see if we need that, but I don't know until we can start the sled and find out. So we'll have to hold off on wiring. Next episode, we'll get everything put back together. We'll get the skid back on. And if we do have time in that episode, we're gonna paint. And I might have mentioned in the beginning of the episode, but I have some ideas here that might work pretty good. We'll tie in a little white, and yeah, I think it'll all blend in nicely, or it'll look horrible. One of the two. But man, it's gonna be a fun little field and around the local trails sled. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate I appreciate you guys watching, and yeah, next episode will be out very soon. As soon as those parts come in, we're filming again. So I'm excited. I want to get this one buttoned up as well, so we can ride it. All right, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next one. Why are you guys still here? I said bye.